A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Dear students, assalamu alaikum. How are you? During lockdown, you have been at your home, and as you started your classes, but you are not coming to college. You haven't got opportunity to come to college and to be introduced to your teacher. So you have started your classes, and I have taught you some chapters, my dear students. So we have been introduced. Right now, I'm going to start grammar portion. As students are very curious to learn grammar. Since your childhood, since you have started your studies, you have been studying grammar. But still you need to study grammar. Still you need some parts of the grammar to memorize, to recall, to understand. So here I am going to teach you articles. That articles, you have been taught articles in your secondary classes as well. But here in class first year, we have some sort of exercises in our examination paper. That is why I am going to teach you articles over here, so that you could have a better understanding of articles and you could do those exercises in your examination with full confidence. So dear students, let's come to me. Let's start. English grammar article है हमारा lecture 1 का A part है. अच्छा, firstly let me define article. Articles are used to point out, to define nouns. Noun को define करते हैं, precede करते हैं articles, right? And some people say there are 3 articles: article the, article a, and article n. Let me tell you, dear students, there are only 2 articles, 2 kinds of article. One is definite article, that is supposed to be article the, and the other one is indefinite article, that is supposed to be a and n. A and n supposed to be only one article. There is a difference between those articles of the vowels. The vowel sound is followed by article n, and the consonant sound is followed by article a. In your secondary classes, you were taught that where the vowel comes, article n is used. And where the consonant comes, article a is used. Let me correct you, my dear student. You should understand this thing. Not only vowel comes, actually it needs vowel sound. Like a university. University. Article a is followed. A university, and that is, what do you know? Vowel. So there should be a vowel sound, and vowel sound is not u. Vowel sound is a, o, like that. So when you think like honest, here h followed, right? But the vowel sound is followed, honest. So we say an honest person. Dear students, I'll be teaching you furthermore. Let me tell you the definite article. Article the. Where is it used? You have to memorize these all things, and you can have the help of SSC degree college notes, so that you could memorize these things. You must have been taught, but you must have been forgotten, I know. So let me tell you, article the is used before unique names like the sky, the moon, the sun. Universal things: the sky, the moon, the sun. And also like oceans names and rivers name. Oceans names and rivers names, like the Indus, दरिया सिंध को कहते हैं, the Red Sea, बहर अहमर, the Indian Ocean, बहर हिंद, right? Mountains names like the K2, it is in Pakistan, K2, the Karakoram की पहाड़ी होती है, the Himalaya, the Hindu Kush, like that. Directions, we have 4 directions: east, west, north, south, and we have to use like the east, the west, the north, the south, right? And furthermore, some important books like holy books, Holy Quran, Quran Pak, the Holy Quran. The Bible को पता है, द बाइबल हमारे अहले किताब है होते हैं, ये उनकी बुक है. द वेदास हिंदुइज्म में है, हिंदुओं की बुक होती है द वेदास. सो आइदर इट इज मुस्लिम्स, फॉर क्रिश्चियंस और ज्यूज, और फॉर हिंदूज, बट द बुक्स आर holy books, so they are followed by the article the Holy Quran, the Bible, the Vedas. Newspapers, like the Times is the name of newspaper. The Times, the news is also a newspaper, and furthermore the evening time, the Jung, like that. When we use newspapers names, we use article the. Time, before time, like in the morning, this is time. In the morning, in the evening, in the noon, in the night, in the afternoon, right? Furthermore, before collective nouns, there are many kinds of nouns, dear students. Proper noun, collective nouns, common nouns. So here it is collective noun. Collective noun is what? That we use collective noun for a full community, right? Like police, the police. Police does not mean only one person. It means the whole community, right? Like the army, the police, and also the jury. Jury is a panel of judges. There are many judges in one jury, but it is called one jury. So these are supposed to be collective noun called in one name, right? The staff, like that. Gender, like the dogs. Actually, the dogs, the parrots, the fish, which represents the whole. ये अपनी पूरी community को जो represent करते हैं. The fish, the dog, the parrot, and more superlative degree. So dear students, in adjectives there are 3 degrees. One we call adjective, like small. The other one is comparative degree, is smaller. In comparison, that would be smaller than something, right? This marker is smaller than this scale. So this is comparison between two things. This marker is smaller than this scale, and this scale is taller than this marker. So there is a comparison between two things. So when we use comparison, so this is comparative degree. But my dear student, here in article, the is used with superlative degree. Superlative degree is the highest degree. It is used for the highest degree, like the best, सबसे बेहतर, सबसे बेहतरीन, ठीक है ना? There is no comparison, and there is comparison for the whole, not within the two things, but as a whole. The best student is in the class is Saif. Saif is the best student in the class. Like, and different other words are there. I have told you the worst. The worst is the degree, superlative degree of bad, bura. Worst, bad, बुरा, वर्स, बुरा तर, यानी कि बदतर. अगर उर्दू में इसका सही वर्ड इस्तेमाल करेंगे तो हम बुरा तर नहीं यूज़ करते हैं, हम बदतर इस्तेमाल करते हैं. ये तो बदतर है. आपने पहले काम चेक करवाया था, वो बहुत ख़राब था. आई टोल्ड यू टू मेक इट बेटर, बट ये तो और भी ख़राब है. दैट इज़ वर्स. ये तो बदतर है, पहले से भी ख़राब हो गया. एंड द वर्स्ट, बुरा तरीन, बदतरीन, ख़राब. द बेस्ट, बेहतरीन. द वर्स्ट, बदतरीन. द टॉलेस्ट, the smallest, the shortest, the longest. These are the degrees of adjective, and it's supposed to be superlative degree. So where we use superlative degree, we use article the, right? So dear students, let me continue the topic. Here I have written one, highlighted one thing, space, empty space. What is empty space? Whenever you see the exercise of article, so the statement is written, use an appropriate article where necessary. Where necessary means जहाँ ज़रूरत है आर्टिकल की वहाँ इस्तेमाल करें. My dear student, if you are given an exercise, you have been given some blanks over there, you have to fill those blanks with the article, with the appropriate article. How could you understand appropriate? Where to use the, where to use an, where to use a. Except this, you have empty space as well. Like I have written over here, the doctor across the street. Here we use the doctor, any special doctor, any specific doctor that he is talking about. The street, specific street. So we use article the with specific things where we are pointing that street, like the street, specific doctor. The doctor across the street is dash better. I have told you article the is used with the superlative degree but not the comparative degree. Better is the comparative degree, so we are not using article over here. So we have to show cross marking over here so that you could come to know that there is no article used. If you leave the space empty and you don't cross it or dash it, it would be considered that you don't know what to do in the empty space if you leave it as it is. But if you think that no article is appropriate over here in this space, so you have to cross that space so that it would come to know that you know the use of article properly. So dear students, I am completing my lecture over here. I will be continuing the same lecture and inshallah will be telling you exercise. Thank you so much. Till then, Allah Hafiz.